Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, Natufuhoge, I got Bolite, Onye nnukwu ọbịa pụrụ iche n'etiti anyị n'ehihie a, onye ga-agwa anyị okwu. I'm talking to no other person than nwafọ Mbaise gbara ọkpụrụkpụ, the man who always puts smiles on the faces of Imo people. A man whose 7 months administration, when he was the governor of Imo State, brought smiles and also transformed Imo State as one of the competing states. In the community of nations. A man whose policy would a smile on the faces of Imo pensioners, even workers. Many people can attest that when he was there, pensioners should not follow him, or they will just get their pension without any stress. Ladies and gentlemen, those of us in Ngobala, there was a time, a particular place, spots in Ngobala, before Ihedioha Port Harcourt. There was a time in Ihedioha Port Harcourt, permit me to say this. So I have Imo to Neche, Otele. So give up a chair. Opala, I want a very bad sports, and I get it would have killed on 10 hours before I go Gagi Rahan Kuala, Gagi Higa River State. So this year of recent, I'm for a month and I got a Port Harcourt. So Motanya, but the one woman I say about Felician Kuala. Madu, every need about Felician Kuala, Madu Chedere, I get to shape. So I am not waiting. After Pala, by Pala Johnson, or Buffy. Na kwa baba fe kwale luzie side ebe amala drive the speed bafe so abagide rueche yo mana se madu chele rugule ebe amala ya se ya rueche de madu chele kwere so drive tie na ya bafe ebe amala bafe so onye obele we iwe owa ga de one so I see drive him in the mistake no aga de one okura ga gba gisi rula amala gi na egene gi ko share. So drivers say Gani go call back to Amala, by hosting, maybe all about effort. So driver turn, I allowed to back. So by that particular Ishama, the man is the woman as I know, I say, has to get you go and then for that Ojo Brava, or for dog here. No, now we are also a really Shamala. Yeah, man, I been good to walk at one. I'm my dear, and I believe we I will driver. So I don't want to play that. So I have told that is not the storyline. So my turn on I got it. Drive a move. So to one walk on I have power. After all, until you make it. Oh, we make Ihedioha. More than the bad. I will make it. Oh, we make Ihedioha. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy there who now. At the point when I ate the he with death trap beside Amala of this great son of Imo State. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, with great sense of humility and honor, I want to call on one of the greatest leaders, a renowned man, a man of great intellectual, an administrator by excellence, a man who knows the plight of the people of Imo State. Most of people man are here who came here. Your Excellency, your name came, which is a 4-letter word. Maybe you may not know that the time is going to come. The reason why your mother gave you that name came, which is a possessive, is going to manifest in no distant time. Let's put our hands together as I call on His Excellency, the Right Honorable Ihedioha, the Great Honorable of this election, the former governor of Imo State, a man who knows the plight of his people. You're welcome, the categories of people they invited. Dr. Masi, Happy New Year to all of us. Happy New Year to all of us.
He sent to you, Excellency.
His speech. All really like Christmas here. All the state of hopelessness. I think we should be hopeful. That's the most important thing. 25 beacons and only cheer. I am manners that actually care. However, you should put smiles on your faces. If you are hopeful and believe in God, when he chineke na na abu yeme. Raga me say, lebe I joke anyi biaru ebe taa. Oge dem ma I will be your man angoli. But you know why? So that our stay here will be fulfilled and our outing will be rewarded. Prof, when you invited me, you called me to come and be part of this ceremony today. Why I accepted? Very simple, to associate what you are doing. I came to associate with the programs that Mbaise Policy Roundtable have been carrying out. All the selfless, I am not aware that is a money-making venture. I believe that what you are doing is to offer your mates, persons that are different from you, and perhaps different from your family, and not your children. That is why I'm here. And I want to commend you for it. I want to honor the chama. Why him? And so, encouragement in the sense that boy making Ihedioha from business and rub minds with your people. I should be humble enough to come and identify with Ndebekai. I did not accept to come and give a keynote speech because I'm an intellectual. The focus on bettering the society and the impact on human beings and individuals, etc., etc. But fundamentally, to succeed in modern agriculture, I do not think that there's anything that is more fundamental than power, energy. Mr. Moderator, you want to produce zoning, you can preserve it, sell it, more give for that time. Military for here immediately. You perish. And you perish here, it becomes a challenge. And so, early enough, what did I do? When I was Chief Whip of the House of Reps, realizing the essence of power to development, maybe though, and attracted 3 substations. And I'll point at them when I'm actually about. Oh, I tell you, Shahina Junction. No, let's not clap. Oh, I tell you, Shahina Junction.
No, sir.
Is a substation. There's a substation there. Mahana Junction. There wasn't any before. I cited another one on nature. And I cited yet another one Mbaise. As we progressed, I also took advantage of my office. Dabido, a mega transmission substation. Here not between Nkuru and Ibe. That substation is gigantic. At the time they were all awarded, they were in regions of billions, and this was before 2011. Fortunately, the substation now they completed and it is in use now. That is the 15 MVA injection substation for purpose of transmission, for purpose of distribution. The one in a bottle is operational for purpose of distribution.
The one in Onitsha is operational for the purpose of stepping down and distributing power to your respective lines. Now, but this big one, Kwesrewu, a transmission station, the idea will gather from Ebu, which is the only transmission substation in Imo State. That's Ebu process. So I wanted us to have something in Mbaise, so that Adrock from that high tension, let me make it very everybody as simple. Adrock had the Okwa give be enough. The power will be enough to give power to this. This supply is also to these smaller injection substations. Okuga Panafu, Iadrig is for me and you to have power in our respective communities. Or actual transformer. You could have transformer, but if there is no power coming in here, it's a problem. Anytime any problem, now the able substation now was Okago Ebe. So, Mr. Moderator, what I had in mind was to make them the same self-sufficient in power supply. I didn't stop there. At the time I was the president at Mbaise and Gopala. So I went to Gopala and also put in a 15 MVA injection substation. These things are quite expensive. I may launch it, I argue with food. Mbaise may launch it, we will not be able to put one of the injection substations, we cannot do it. But because God, through the votes of Ndebekai, opportunity, my colleagues in the National Assembly found me worthy to be one of their leaders. I say, I won't just be leader, I'll be leader and be useful to our people. How do I step down to make sure that life is meaningful to our people? And that's what influenced and guide the substation. Now, if the substations are working in full capacity, if we have finished getting on the big one, if that was completed, but at some point, they buy up. About that something, everybody keep get up between the bed. Nah, I don't think the guy just for that. They buy substation up. But the import of it is that what is difficult unless you complete it, and you must need a friendly administration, not government project, to go and complete that project. I completed the project. Then our dreams of having steady power can be realized. I think that is to make it easy why we do not have steady power plant around this. And so it's a major constraint. So when we think of what to do, I ask a guy, nobody now the very possibilities. I don't know for industry. Among many industries that focus on this. Before we had certain industries, all of them have closed down. Why did they close down? Because there is no power. And so in development, power is as fundamental as staying and happy. Now go nowhere. If you have power, you can stay. Don't worry, you can be anywhere and operate, and I'm sure you'll get what. No, that simply is too fundamental to what we are looking for before you can realize your goals from farm to fortune. Farm to fortune means I should have farm. I make a smile. Allah ebe jara homa Allah is very expensive and resegia plot. Now that Joey, how many plots of land can you buy to plant a product? Anything is on any crop. We find that gather below harvest. You nurture it, you harvest, and make enough money to be able to put cash in your pocket. And so land is not our strength. Somebody even make any of us to do agriculture. I don't like our and you can have 10 hectares, 20 hectares, hundreds, even possible. 100 hectares, 200 hectares, 300 hectares. Among any from around the same way, 100 hectares. And so if you don't have 100 hectares, how can you make it successfully in palm, for instance, palm? I'm on into maybe palm production. And I'm on that true. And I know many of us are going through those things. Nkune egu efekanyo egu asoya eji egu wosa buwadema. Mama, how many factors today can depend on egu it is no Mohana school, and so that's very frustrating. So we have a problem of land which would take us some time to deal with. Although I'm saying this is the right area, I'm more than possible. Among commit land beside of Allah, Sekenian, Ogwa Allah, Nan much. When we will govern, I appointed four senior special assistants on agriculture. 2 of them were from this. And I charged them that what the state must do is I got very dependent, I got independent by ourselves. And that the way we can be independent is to take advantage of opportunities we have. So we did a study. And we found out that Gafi Hintu Boma, Gafo Bo, that there's lead. You know that many communities there's lead. Amo Manao, Udo, Ethiopia, Ezido, Ife, even Am, no, I bomb this thing. Along those banks are very fertile for agriculture, particularly rice. So what did I do? I started a rice seed multiplication project. You heard about it. What I wanted to do, a proper rice basin. And so we launched it within that short period. And so we wanted to begin to supply other parts of the states, those rice seedlings. Then we can Mbaise, around this all the family. Other person want to run, you know where rice works. Had we succeeded, Imo would have today a major rice basin. And that was how we planned it. Within the period, I brought in 1,000 seedlings, 1 million seedlings of palm from Costa Rica. They yield high. One must see Acadia, so Mano, so the shorter ones yield better and they give you more profit. So we brought them. Incidentally, they came in January after I had left as governor. I'm here today. But what we had in mind was to give these farms to respective communities. I had made a design and had written to local government areas in Imo State that any local government area that can give us 1,000 hectares of land, at least 2,000 to 4,000 to replicate the other, I went on Hajj. Within that short period, we got our machine working. I have a valid that farm machinery. We revived it completely. We had one from business who was very good. We got him, and he got that plantation back. No more. We wanted to make it independent again. What am I saying? We realized the need that self-sufficiency is to go. Or every day government not doing allocation alone. I mean, allocation can dry up. The government is unable to give you, though they have to borrow. It's a budget to give allocation to states and local government areas. So I think it's important in what I told you, Mr. Chairman, my president. But I mean, the kind of lecture you would expect. But I wanted to say, what I came to share with you is how we can help ourselves, how governments can affect you. When you see people take interest in governance, because the sole responsibility of government is the welfare of the people. That welfare of the people are taking up. When you go, 100,000 naira to get your vote. Machina Bola, get it free. Get $10,000. Machina Bola, get it free. But then your future. And so today we complain. What's our job? Why not our job? If you get a man who does not bother about the welfare of the downtrodden, that person is interested. Okay, I have purchased it. Bye bye. Let me go and make the They think are there, they fire. But that's not what we should. Where we should be is how can we touch on the lives of the downtrodden who are 95% of our population. I am big men. I buy motor. A lot of people I gave up fuel till a motor had time. Let's tell you about what I know what is an guy. But should we be happy that are unable to put fuel in their vehicles? Because if I just tank now, it'll be 100,000 naira. And we all know what it is. That was why, when I became governor, before that, civil servants were being paid 70% of their salaries. Civil servants of Malaysia, they were paid 70% of their salary. And they were taking it. My father must have had one job. That a worker deserves his pay. I promised to increase it. From the first month, I started paying workers their 100%. I said I will not go. All I did was the resource the state had. We can use it for the benefit of the people. And a good dividend of democracy, that is what it should be. Pensioners were owed 64 months. I promised them that I gave them verification. It took us 2 months to verify. Now going on, I talked to your local government area because you don't want to go. Go back to your local government area. In the local government, the making verification, even if verification finished in 2 months, we started paying pensioners. And I made in such a way that again and all again. So we don't want old men and women who are retired to be suffering how they collect. So in the house, give that last. Did it happen or not? It happened. When I left, I put our politics into it. Mr. Moderator, I appreciate your wine. When I became governor, I awarded the road from Abba branch to Abba branch. First of all, I broke it section. Abba branch to Ahera Junction here. Then the second phase from Ahera Junction up to Abba. Abba from Ahera Junction. All that road, the moment they removed me, what happened? What happened? And then I had that every day in a lecture. And in a lecture, let's speaking truth to power. I have refrained from speaking. So they and make a gamchara. Can better not like a bench one. Oh, Haline.
Amamo.
That's a problem.
Amam.
What must we do? All the man as in clusters, I think it will help us. The point I'm making, every individual Ghana theater say I own a farmer. All chaps, any 1, 2 plots of land. 2 plots of land is about 100 by. This could be a plot of land. You know about the plot of land in Zimbabwe? No, this building, this. Sir?
2 plots by the way we got there. We got 100 by.
Upon that, yes, this place land is about 2 plots. So, Kaibo one is you. If you go to plot with her, now I have a bed. I just tell. I go to guys one.
20 million. 21.
Yes. Go to plot of land, about 4 million. So by the time you spend 4 million to buy a plot of land, 11 are coming here to make profits to train your child. And that's the frustration you have with farmers. Can that person smile? Can he smile? Or is it possible? And so what is the solution? Young chaps, what's the solution? Yeah, man, then none, no. Yeah, you have said agriculture, modern agriculture. But you need lands to enable you achieve it. Abakwaka, without giving and the man is really dedicated and committed, and that you are disciplined to face what you are doing right now, your job is farming. Oh, in the morning, a proper farmer, even in America, where you go live, a farmer doesn't have time for those beautifications. A farmer is practical. So for all you young chaps, I think what is important is to discipline yourself, accept that you want to be a successful farmer. When you accept, and I may invest our future, because it's okay, if a drug here with it, or a drug it get everywhere, Mr. President, welcome, sir. No. Mr. President. Although I blame you for coming late. Because I'm a resident. So I didn't mind with you. I try to go into honest academics. I try to go into honest academics. I want to think of what we can do that discipline for the younger ones, they as fundamental as they come. Because they only show just that Professor Ta. Abraham is a professor. They studied quite painstaking, and today they can sit here. A lot of us, younger ones, I Joro, Eba Osisa, I Joro, Itiaka na Yahoo Mefuoka, Ego Yahoo Yakafumat. Nde Pariani, Anna Happy Golobon, the quote to. And so I would enjoin you to take on the path of hard work. I would enjoin you to discipline yourselves. I will enjoin you to be very purposeful. I will enjoin you to begin to work in clusters. The moderator has told us that about 200 of you, okay? About 240 of them are getting support from Google. Am I right? What about 600,000 naira each? Now, how are you going to apply those resources? If you were 600,000 naira, how do you use it so that within a specific period, there was significant yield in your pocket, and then you can reinvest it and then more useful to yourselves? So I think if you form yourselves into clusters, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, as the case may be, it will help us to get to our destination. We may have been accomplished. Only if we have a generation that will take over from us and they keep the flag flying. Our forefathers, were very but we have done well in building very strong infrastructural network to make life easy for you. Now, but it is up to you to realize that you should give us confidence for investments in Honometer. But what I can go for in and don't come out getting. So because I will enjoin you fundamentally, please. I will enjoin you fundamentally to work hard as much as you can. You work hard, get into partnership, and then what we can do, sir, as a people, soil testing is very important. Because if you do not do soil testing, you may not know. The communities and villages, it may soil testing very cheap. It may gene give them vegetable give them cucumber give them. Or you say, I don't want to get into all those things. If I go into poultry, you don't have to wait to make the kind of resource that Prof will have to succeed in poultry. You can start your own poultry in your own way. Yes, feed your own. There's no other part. They will feed from that. Begin at the scale that is possible and attainable. And I'm sure if you do, maybe by this time next year, give them a wider now. I decided to cut your coat according to your size, and that you have made some lip, some on hand have wool. Oh, season, I know season, Gabaf, $10 of dinner. But I would ask Professor Osuji, who is now a professor in Afuto. He was my senior special assistant in agriculture. I want him to do, which I will distribute to you. And when I say break it down to what will be beneficial to them be said specifically. And I will hold him to the task, also me about a month. I am how to advise you, and that will come in as papers, which will give you as handout or handbooks, added to these younger ones that have come here that want to make a career out of farming and indeed out of agriculture. Man, as the children and girls, you know, very wonderful.
Let's give a wonderful citation for that wonderful speech. Let's keep on clapping for him. Let's keep on clapping for him. Let's keep on clapping for him. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that keynote address. Let's put our hands together, let's appreciate him. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that wonderful remark.